I do this every other show, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to episode 5. First of all, my assistant producer is supposed to unmute me when I do that, but she doesn't. She wants me to she sets me up to fail. Yes, welcome to episode 5, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we made it to episode 5. So excited to be here. Hope everybody's doing good. This is our last show of Black History Month, y'all. I'm on the fence about Black History Month because I'm Black 365 days of the year. So Black History Month, whatever. Thanks for giving that to us. But yeah, Black people, we celebrate anything though. So I'll take a chance to celebrate Black History Month, Chinese History Month, Cinco de Mayo. It don't matter. The Klan can have a holiday. And if it involves partying and drinking, I'm like, grab the hoods, boys. Let's ride. Okay, wait to get the show started for today, y'all. I'm going to bring in my assistant producer, Jade, for a quick moment. Hey.
Hello.
How are you this week?
I'm great. I want to first say, I can't unmute you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you just said I'm dumb on my own, basically.
I didn't say that.
I mean, you didn't say that, but you did not say that.
Take it how you want.
Okay, so you say I'm dumb on my own. I'm dumb on my own. I'm dumb on my own. Okay.
I'm kidding.
You did your nails. You did your nails.
I did my nails. I did my nails.
Okay. All right, can you send me some money?
Courtesy of you. You got me a cute little nail kit for Christmas.
Oh, I did. I wasn't doing that for you to brag on me. Yeah. All right, Jay. Well, you know what? It's time for some gems to be dropped on us by you. What you got for us this week?
Okay, so since it is our last Black History Month show, I thought we'd end it out with the quotes, another Black History quote. So rules are, as always, our viewers put your answers in the comments, and the first person that we see on our side will win a prize. We're going to pop it up there for about 10 seconds, and I will be on the side looking at whoever puts it in first.
Okay, if you're not ready to die for it, put the word freedom out of your vocabulary. All right, who said this? Who said this famous Black History quote, ladies and gentlemen? You have 10 seconds. 10 seconds, put it in the comment section. Whose comment we get first, you get a gift card. And I would like to say, because every week I get inbox and somebody will say, no, I actually said it first. So we're streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And so it may look like you commented first, but actually we get comments in for both at the same time. So if you think you did, sorry, not cheating anybody. So hurry up and rush and get your answers in. Everybody should know this anyway. I'm revoking black cards if you don't know the answer to this anyway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jay, go on and tally them up. We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, bye.
All right, y'all. I can't wait to bring my guests on today. We're going to have a good time. I'm probably going to bust a couple of old stitches laughing at them because I'll just let y'all see for yourself. First up, you all, I'm bringing this lady to the stage. She is funny. She is hilarious. I have been blessed to perform with her a couple of times. She was actually there when I bombed for the very first time. I don't think she's actually spoken to me since then. I think she has disassociated herself from me since then. But she is hilarious. I'll let her tell you all about it. She's been in the game for a while. She's an amazing, funny comic, but more than that, she is an amazing woman. Let's give it up for Angel Gaines.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Hi, everybody. First of all, that is the best intro ever. This person witnessed me bombing. First of all, time out, y'all. Let me just tell you this. If you're a comedian, you watching this and you don't bomb, you're not that good. Because good comedians take risks. Good comedians get right back up. Honey, bombing helps you really love comedy. Yeah. Like a good night of bombing, oh my God.
Yeah, I agree when you're not bombing, but right after you bomb, you like, no, I ain't gonna do this no more. I'm gonna probably hang this up for right now.
Don't it feel like the stage is a long walk off?
Oh my God. And that night, like everybody I respect, like Ron G, all these different people were there. I was like, I was with Wildcat. He rolled with me. I said, just get me out of here real fast. Like real fast. I don't want to talk to nobody.
When you bomb, it feel like it feel like more people showed up. It just feel like a slow parade. as you're walking out, you're like, why doesn't anybody love me?
Oh my God, I felt like Green Mile, walking a Green Mile, boss. That's how I felt.
Girl.
I'm trying to tell you, that was my second time, only my second time in the 4 years I've been doing comedy. First time, I was doing Vargas's show. You know Vargas at
at
comedy store. So we did the main stage. I'm already psyched about that. He decides to send us an email an hour before the show, says the top 5 agents in LA are gonna be in the audience tonight. Bring your best stuff. An hour before the show, if you ain't got your best stuff, you're probably not gonna have it. So I'm in my head the whole time, like literally, like I wonder where they are. I wonder what. It was awful. And that night I had about 35 people in the audience. I snuck out the back and they were like, Holly, we out front waiting on you. You won't see me. That was embarrassing.
Listen, and I have to say this is don't ever let somebody take the joy of comedy from you.
Yeah.
So no. These agents, listen, always remember, especially when people try to put the pressure on, like this person's here. Listen, that person sucks to somebody, right? Exactly. To somebody, this is a boo agent. So, play on the fact that, listen, y'all are in my domain. This is my world. And sometimes you just have to like own it and say, what's for me is for me and have fun. But what I don't do, my cardinal rule is I don't allow anybody to make comedy not fun.
Exactly. And I always tell myself that the moment it becomes not fun to me, I'm walking away. But here was the reality of that moment at the comedy store. It was only my second month doing comedy. So what that the 5 agents were in the audience? What was I going to do if they signed me? Was I ready? Hell no. So yeah, you live and you learn. But I wanted to ask you a question because I was going to say this in the intro and I had a brain fart. Last year, I think it was last year, you won, what was it? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Comedy Festival?
Oh, no. So that was, I think it was 2018. Kevin Hart Laugh Out Loud Network invited, chosen a lot of comedians to go and perform at Just for Laughs in Montreal.
That's what it was. Okay. Yeah. You won. Didn't you win something?
It was, it was a paid gig, like a regular thing, but we were able to go and it was just a great experience and really showcase, minority talent because he really, the majority of the comedians that were chosen were all minorities. And it was usually Montreal is a very, heavy white male, typical of, the industry. And so having, all this flavor and all of this diversity, be there. It was just great to be in the number and to be selected. I was like really honored. And it was so funny because when I saw the call to go to Montreal, I was like, the call ID said Montreal and had all these numbers and stuff. And I was just like, these bill collectors getting real fancy. Like, I didn't answer.
You got to miss a blessing.
I was like, y'all ain't got me on this one. Try again. Nope, try again. So then when I heard the message, I was like, wait, what? Let me call this back and see what's up. So yeah, I was really excited. And when we were there, I have to give a shout out to Lorel because he was already there at the comedy festival and he had his own night and it's called Lorel and Friends. And he invited me to perform on his show. So I stayed an extra day and I was just so elated. And it was just so great just to see how many comedians are making space and making room to not just invite you to the table, but
reach back,
plate and sit down and get seconds, right? And so I was like, from that experience, that's the type of comedian I was like, I'm gonna always be that way. Whether I'm
remember that when you make it, like I won't bomb. I promise I won't bomb that day.
Girl, you better bomb. Listen, bombing makes you you need those bombs, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, you do.
Go with no expectations. And then when you do, you don't go well, then you could say, hey, I appreciate y'all for your silence because I needed this.
Yeah, exactly. Thank y'all for the crickets.
Yeah, and then if anybody's enjoying me, listen, Ebony, I'm going to be on. You see Ebony like that, Tolliver?
Yeah.
I'm going to be on her show. She's going to put it in the chat because, I can't.
Tomorrow, it's tomorrow, right?
Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Thursday. I can't watch it because I got class. I told her I'm going to start watching. Have you ever done her show yet?
No, I haven't. I'm excited.
You in for a treat. Her audience is off the chain. She's got one cousin that will heckle, but it's fun.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah, but her mama is off the chain. Her mama is undoubtedly gonna have some Kettle One flavored vodka. Can promise you, her mama is gonna have that. So
I
it is
can't wait. So I just want to give a shout out to Ebony because I see her in the chat.
Yes, Eb.
Yeah, and that's why I'm always trying to, support other comics because honestly, my career is literally paid with other comedians making space for me. And I don't take that lightly that I have to turn around and do it for someone else. Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So Ebony said yes tomorrow. And she said you open her home to her, so she'll never forget it. So we love you, Eb. We love you.
That's true.
All right, Angel. I'm gonna bring you back in a minute. I'm gonna bring in our next guest.
Sounds great.
Okay. All right, y'all. This next guest coming to the stage. I have to tell y'all the funny story about him. So we did a show together during the quarantine, and first of all, he got on and read the boots off somebody immediately. Because they tried to comfort him because he was a little bit late. And I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. He was a little bit late coming in here today. But so somebody said finally something. He was like, keep it cute. The moment he said it, I was like, yep, we about to be friends. I can already tell you anybody who starts off reading people is my friend. So then we started following each other on Facebook. And then you know how it shows you mutual friends. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, that's my cousin, that's my cousin, that's my cousin, that's my cousin. At first I was like, wait a minute, is he stalking me? Then I was like, that's so I messaged him, was like, hey, I noticed that he was like, well, wait a minute, that's my family. Y'all, we done found out we cousins. And I have been in love with him before I found that out. And in love with him even more. He is a DC comic. He's from North Carolina. Hilarious, y'all. He is one of the co-hosts of the Black Think Tank with Anthony and Patrice. Patrice will be joining us later. I am going to bring him on. Basically, no introductions needed because he is going to whiz in here and blow everybody's mind, y'all. Let's give it up for Anthony Oakes. I don't have the pew, 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 pew. I saw you had it on your show last night and I was jealous. Hey,
what's up, cousin? What's good?
I know, right? My new cousin. I'm good. Okay. I'm good. I watched your show last night. Hilarious. That comment was not for you. When I was like, y'all better promote.
Oh no, we had already talked about it. Girl, we gotta promote. Promote.
Okay, so tell us, you are did you create the show or co-creator?
So here's the thing. I used to do this old show called Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. And it was like every Thursday night I would spill all the tea and blah, blah, blah. I did it for 2 years. And then I stopped doing it. And then we were quarantined. So I was like, oh, well, let me start it back up. And I did like about maybe 4 episodes. And then I brought Patrice on to like help me co-host. And then I was like, yeah, I'm just tired of this type of format. I don't want to do it anymore. So on the last show, she was like, oh my God, I wish we could do something else. And I was like, well, let's just do one just talking about Black stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to bed, I dreamt it. And then the next day I made up all the flyers. I got Patrice on and we had an instant show, the Black Think Tank with Anthony and Patrice.
And it's awesome. I like your setup because you like last night he had somebody on explaining like Second Amendment and gun rights. And this guy actually has his own gun range, right? And
yes, he has his own everything in Kentucky. Yeah. Shout out to Aaron McGee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But your format is good because you have stuff like that. Then you have Haywood doing the Black History Facts. Then you have your Alex, first of all, with his 3 minutes, over 3 minutes.
I went back and watched that though. It was actually hilarious.
Very hilarious.
Actually hilarious. He just says the N-word too much for me. We always get into it over there. I
know. I'm hosting his show, one of his shows tomorrow. I guess the host couldn't do it, so he asked me to host. I'm like, yeah. So his shows are always fun because he's a mess.
Alex is actually like, Alex really put me on. Like in this comedy game. So like big ups to Alex. He is definitely my comedy brother. And shout out to Ebony. I did her show too. Ebony's show is off the chain.
Oh my God. Was I lying when I told Angel that her mama will have a flavor?
I love it. The interaction, it's a banana. So many people. Let me tell you, Ebony, that was the most money that I've gotten from a Zoom show, like a comedy show online that night. I banked off of that show. Her crowd is amazing.
Oh, she said update. Sorry, I still had Angel's info up there. Thank you, Ed.
My mom's name is Angel. I have it tattooed on the back of my neck. So.
Oh yeah, so you didn't mind me leaving Angel up. Thank you, Ed. No, but her show is fun. Now I've been in this thing the whole 2020. I think I'm an ended in 2021, well, I didn't accept Venmo or Cash Apps. I was always paying it forward. I was like, no, pay it forward. Well,
What? Girl, you missing out.
I know it. So now I'm gonna pay me forward. So yeah, but Ev's show is, I see you promoting Black Think Tank. I see you. His show is every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time on Facebook Live and YouTube. You can look up it's Anthony Oakes, but you can also, if you Google Black Think Tank, you'll see him come out. Watch the show, y'all. It is phenomenal. It's funny, it's educational, it's all of the above. But you got something else going on. Now you are about to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
You would bring that up, girl. You are
You want me
crazy.
to talk about that?
No.
If you would have answered my, okay, I was gonna say, because I asked you.
For real. So no, I don't know if you watch like Pose and
Yes, honey. Yes,
So
tonight, honey.
I've been in the ballroom scene for well over 20 years. I'm legendary. I'm a pioneer. I basically brought the ballroom scene to North Carolina.
I know them Republicans was mad at you, honey.
I'm being inducted into the Ballroom Hall of Fame this weekend in Atlanta. So yeah, it's been an amazing ride. Shout out to the legendary house of Miyake Mugler. That's my house. So yeah. All
right. So when you watch Pose, are you like, oh, go off? They said go off. When you watch Pose, do you identify with it, or do you find yourself being like, or what?
So actually one of the writers on Pose, shout out to Jack, Gorgeous Gucci, he actually kind of was my mentor in the ballroom scene. I was a commentator. Okay. So by him being a writer, a lot of it is authentic.
Okay.
So, and also being in it for so long, and I also know the majority of the actors because a lot of them are authentically ballroom people.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I met MJ last year at the Oscar party. I don't ever fan out, but when I tell you I fanned out, I was like, oh, MJ. I just love this show. I love this show. I can't wait.
It's an amazing show, and it's groundbreaking to just bring it to, the platform overall, the world platform.
Well, what I like about it is it takes you back. Like, it's so authentic with the music and the clothes, to match the times. I'm like, this is so authentic. But like, you fall in love with MJ's character. Like, you just like, I don't want to do any spoilers, but certain things on the show, I was like, oh no, and then so.
Definitely go check it out. Go watch Pose. Like, it's on Netflix. Go check out the old episodes.
Yes, it is. It's really good. It's really good. Well, congratulations. Please post pictures and videos and all of the above. I wish I could be there.
Picture whore.
Are you gonna Vogue in, or you?
I don't think my shoes are gonna allow me to do that I'm wearing. I might give you a little twirl here and there, but yeah, for the most part, it's gonna be a very all-American runway up the runway.
Okay, all right then. Yes, yes, honey. Yes, live, honey. All right, we're gonna bring Angel back in with us, and we're gonna cut up and have a good time.
Most certainly.
All right.
I was listening, and I just want to put in that yes, watch Pose, but first watch Paris is Burning.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And my friends educated me because I really feel like so many of us are ignorant as to how appropriated the LGBT community has been. Like, literally snatched all of its, the dancing, the fashion, whatever. Don't give no credit, know. And that's why I always say, oppression comes in many different forms. Okay. And people are just only quick to recognize oppression as race. But oppression is also culture. It's also how we indoctrinate people's identities into society and how we alienate people. And it's so amazing how we alienate groups, but then we want to suck all of their gifts and talents. Like, we don't want you. We
want everything about you.
Creativity. Right. And so when my friend was explaining to me, because he's older, and he was explaining like how that movement really was and losing his friends to HIV. And when I was watching Pose, just seeing how real it was, because I remember where I was during those times, and I was oblivious
Oh, totally oblivious.
When I tell you, I was so angry.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I know that? And then, like, why didn't I ever question where does the kids from church go after they're all shamed and kicked out of church and kicked out of their parents' home? Where do they go?
They go to the houses. That's what houses are for.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You know, and then it's like, why are those parents still welcome to the family reunion? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
exactly.
it's like,
Or why are they not have that shit beat out of them when they get there?
right. Why isn't there a conversation with Uncle so-and-so about our cousin that we don't see anymore? Like, where's the accountability? And so I had to really go into, you know, myself and really reconcile with my feelings of feeling like I was lied to.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, seeing how the world is now and you're older and seeing the brilliance of so many of our brothers and sisters who are struggling just to identify as what they want, you know, and just hearing everybody, oh, you should this and you should that. And it's like, but you took all the good stuff. You took all, you know what I'm saying? You took all.
You know, it's so funny you mentioned Paris is Burning. I was talking, but me and Tony Woods was actually talking on the Black Think Tank, and he had a story about, because we were talking about me being inducted to the Ballroom Hall of Fame, and he was like, yo, I got this crazy story. I went to this movie with my girlfriend at the time, and there was this dude I knew that was at the counter, but neither one of us wanted to say what movie we were coming here to watch, trying to be all masculine and all this testosterone. And the guy was like, yeah, I'm in here with my girl. And then he was like, oh, well, yeah, I'm in here with my girl. And they both went in there, and Tony went to his girl, and he was like, oh, the other guy was like, oh, yeah, I'm over here, but wasn't no girl over there.
Right.
It was a crazy story, but yeah, it runs deep. Madonna stole everything.
Everything. They touched. When I watched Pose, I was like,
oh yeah, did them dirty. And
I wanted to say, excuse me, beauty industry.
You
You weren't first with the lace fronts, the lashes, the contouring, the outfits. Come on, like, and it's like, because it's like everybody wants, you know, the culture to, you know, the LGBT community to be like this hidden secret that they kind of know, don't really know. And it's like, you can't do that. You can't just benefit and profit off someone else's oppression. And as a Black woman, of course, I feel that in America, but to see another entity, another subgroup of Black people, you know, really get obliviated, because when are we ever going to have, you know, really rights for transgender Black women?
Right.
It's mind-boggling.
It's almost like, you know, they're why are all their police investigations and stuff cold cases?
Right.
You know, well, we don't know what happened, you know.
Exactly.
It was in the hotel. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
They don't want to know.
No.
That would make them force society into this underground. Why these men are really attracted to these women? Why are they? And then they're attracted to them, but they can't face society. So then they, in turn, kill these women.
Yes. And then I just had to reconcile and realize, like, what I can do is I can use my voice and my platform to always speak up and speak for, you know, people in the LGBT community.
Yes.
I'm serious. Like, we got to stop this whole, oh, she must be gay, he must be gay, this and this and this. And it's like, you know,
he's gay, she's
like,
gay.
As talented as the gay people are, as beautiful.
We're
Like,
not even talking about
as
trans. We're not going to start even there.
No, we're not. Yeah, we ain't even gonna go there.
But,
I mean, I sit up and listen to some of the people, dog LGBTQ community, and then I'm like, well, honey, who do you think your minister of music is, honey, baby? And your organ player.
Ushered you into the spirit this morning.
Excuse me, I was just about to get to that, because those are the ones who taught me. Those are the ones who educated me on the oppression and the, like, you know, the fight. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine waking up to fight to say I'm a girl.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. You know what I'm saying? And all of these, like, preconceived notions of what a woman should be and what a woman is and what have you. It's just, You know, I'm glad that I was able to have friends in my life who sat me down. And guess what? Listen, straight people, you sit down in the conversation and you shut your mouth.
Exactly. No, I'm with you because Anthony, you know where I'm from, so you know it's a small place and small, you know, where it used to be small minded. I'd never forget it was a boy who I went to high school with. He always carried a purse, and everybody always made fun of him because that was like strange. It wasn't until I went to college at Albany State in the theater program. Enough said, and then I got educated and learned. And then my best friend, God rest his soul, he passed away in 2014. But you know, he helped me, and he always told me he installed a chip in me to make sure, because he was like, "You destined to marry a gay man, boo." I'm sorry. He called me a fruit fly.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for that experience in college because then I learned, and even one thing that made me so proud was my dad, my best friend, and another guy was at my house one Christmas in Atlanta when I lived in Atlanta. And when my friend left, my daddy was like, "I'm glad they came over." He was like, because in my mind, all gay people was this and, you know, twisting. And he was like, but just to see normal people,
Holly,
like
Holly, let me tell you, being gay, I didn't even, so there's a disconnect because, you know, being raised in the church like I was more asexual than anything. I never had a girlfriend, anything like I had beards, you know what I'm saying? I used to sing a lot. So girls, they used to say the girls that I would sing with, that's your little girlfriend. I'd be like, oh, okay. But, you know, I didn't even really know that it was gay. I didn't know that, you know, I just thought gays were like the guys who had bobs in the choir with the tambourine. It's so funny. The first gay club I went to was actually Tracks in Atlanta.
Yes, Tracks.
My gay mother.
There.
Yeah, my gay mother and some of his older friends took me to Atlanta for the first time. It was my first time going to like a gay club, anything. So I got there, you know, we got to the hotel, we were kind of sipping, and they were like, yeah, wear this. And I'm like, I was more of a polo, the Ralph Lauren head to toe kind of person. You know what I'm saying? I'm a freshman in college, and they gave me these bell-bottom jeans with this pirate shirt with the ruffles. I really looked a fool. But anyway, I went to this club. I went in and I instantly started crying because I looked around and I was like, oh my God, why would y'all tell me to wear this stuff? And I'm in like this straight club because I didn't know that gay people could also be masculine. I didn't know that they could also have cornrows. I didn't know that they could also have locks. I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, my gay mom was like, child, you know, open your eyes. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Those guys are dancing with each other. It does look kind of hot, you know? And it's like, you know, even me being gay, I had to be educated. So it's not something that it's not even only straight people. Gay people have to be. I didn't even really know that I was gay. I just thought I was really into men's fitness magazines.
Yeah. Well, you know why I really took it upon myself to educate myself is because I'm a school teacher. And I can honestly tell you, I've taught elementary longer than I've taught high school. And my students knew they were different or that they wanted to use different colors and expressions and things, but they knew how to muffle it and what have you. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to be an effective educator if I don't somehow find ways to recognize my students and celebrate them in their diversity and normalize it. And I was known as the teacher who will get in confrontations with parents because I let their son color the thing with rainbow colors or pink crayons and use pink construction paper or, you know, all of the non-masculine forms of expression. And I was like, let me tell you something, sir. You don't run my classroom.
Right.
If you picked up the pink construction paper, just use it.
I take my hat off to you because I had teachers like you, and I had the opposite. Like I remember my fourth grade teacher, Miss Bethay. We used to stand outside of her, like, you know, before we were going from class to class, we would sit there and just talk about everybody. I would literally, I was like an old woman with her. We would just be sitting there talking about people, and I'm like 9 years old. We just sitting there talking, and she would just treat me like I was one of her good girlfriends.
Yes.
But then I also had Miss Wirtz, who I had a long shag. And I used to sit and I used to just twirl it. And sometimes I would just like plait it, but doing my work, that used to make her so mad. Stop playing in your hair. I'm like, well, and I used to have a real smart mouth. And I was like, well, that really doesn't have anything to do with my work. I am completing my task. And she jerked my arm one time. Yeah, but that's a whole nother long story.
I was gonna say,
yeah, I take my hat off to you being a teacher to explore that and to, educate yourself so that you may be a better caregiver for your students.
Yeah. And I also, as a heterosexual, have to be a role model for other heterosexuals. Yeah. Because if they don't see other heterosexuals supporting other people's lifestyles and what they do, then they don't have a model. And I'm like, not over here, not on my watch. I'm not going to be the person who supports a lot of ignorance. And we have to start calling it, guys. We grew up with a lot of ignorance in our Black communities. And a lot of it stemmed from the Black church because a lot of them just didn't know better. Right. And we have to start standing up for people and start understanding that. And I'm not doing it in the sense of like, oh, I'm a hero. I'm doing it like these are my peers.
Yeah.
Can you grasp that though? I do this. I do a bit like this in my stand-up. But can you grasp being a child and that you're different and that you're in church and you're praising God and you're loving everything about it, and then the preacher gets up there and says you're going to hell?
Yep.
Like, can you imagine the impact on a child's psyche?
Yeah.
Or how about this? That same preacher that gets to say you're going to hell gets to go to heaven, even though he done molested 8 sopranos.
That part.
Probably that's a whole nother conversation.
I know we can come back and have a whole different time. We got, you know what, matter of fact, we are going to come back and we're going to dedicate a segment just to this, to educate. We're going to have heterosexuals and members from the LGBTQ, IA, B, C, D, E, F, G.
LMNOP.
You get to pick whatever letter you want to be. Exactly.
Right. And I'm going to say, if I got to have one complaint, I'm getting older. I can't remember all these letters. So can we just stop with the QIA and
Well, I can't be with you on that, Holly, because I got to respect my students. Like, I want them, they have a pronoun that they prefer. I'm very open. Tell me what it is. I'm big on names.
Yes.
I'm big on, I was really vocal in the teachers' meetings about students being able to have transgender restrooms not transgender restrooms, but non-gender specific restrooms. Like, if it's a toilet and a door, what difference does it make when you close it? Like, let people, whomever need to use whatever, because I understand the harassment and things that go on when they go into the gender specific restrooms. So I'm just trying to, as an individual, be very educated and just a supportive person in this. I don't get everything right. I don't know everything, but what I do know is I try.
Yep. And that's what we can do. Each one teach one. Yeah. And like you said, not on my watch. And it's up to us not to, just the same way as I wouldn't turn my head if I heard somebody call somebody of color nigger, then I'm not going to turn my head if I hear somebody call out their name. Like, period, point blank. That's the end of it. We just had Patrice pop in. She's the second half of Black Think Tank.
I just walked in on some. I was like, it's really Black History Month here. Okay, what's happening?
Right.
Everybody.
Yes. So, everybody has a gender neutral bathroom in their home. Yes. And you know what? I'm gonna speak on this person right here. His name is John Coleman. Okay. We went to school together from 1st through 12th grade. If you look at John, if you just look at him from the outside, you would swear he was a Trump supporter. But when I tell you that he has been very vocal through the whole Black Lives Matter, he speaks out on, I was actually shocked for all the support. He actually reached out to make sure I was okay. So those are the type of people.
Hey, John, we love an ally.
Yeah, we love an ally. We love an ally. And let me tell you something. I was so mean to him in school, honey. He could have clearly went the other way.
Y'all got the wrong person. Are you single?
Well, Oh, John. No, he's married. He's married and has a couple kids. So sorry.
Look,
Angel.
okay, everybody on the look. Hey, John.
John, can your wife fight? If she can't fight, you single.
Oh, John.
What? Is she a good shot? She might not need to fight.
I know that's right. She got
Everybody ain't about
weapons.
to get out here and scrap with you, baby. You might want to have a bulletproof vest with fucking with some people, man. Wait, can we cuss on here? I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, you can cut. You can curse. You can curse.
No, I just want to make her feel bad real quick.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Girl, this is a clean show. We only talking about John the Baptist, and oh my God,
You know what? You know what?
John the Baptist lost his head.
You know what? Well,
I'm just
welcome
kidding.
to the show. Thank you so much for popping in. Yes.
For having me. Thank you. I apologize for the tardiness. I need a manager. If anybody out there believes in me and my vision, because at this point I can't keep my own schedule. Like, how do you help?
Right. Oh, John said that his wife was giving y'all a side eye.
Oh, she can fight. John, I just asked you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. How
She
you
wasn't giving me no side eye. I was on
Hey,
her
Miss Coleman.
girl?
Right. Hi, Mrs. Coleman. Hi.
Call me, girl.
Right. So y'all, I got a couple things I want to talk about. So first, Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey. Everybody knows who Lori Harvey is, right?
Okay.
Is she a hoe or a housewife? And I say that, and I say that, huh?
Ain't she in her 20s?
I don't know what she is, but what I do know, I don't know how old she is.
Give me your definition before I start
I
talking.
was about to say, can she be both? Because I feel like you could be both if you're
You
good.
can, but I think this is my issue. She has bounced around so much, and people act as though she's a prize, but she's been with so many people in the industry at this point, Puffy and his son. So I'm just trying, and I know judgment. Do what you want to do. Live your best life. Maybe I'm jealous because I can't. I don't know. but I want to be like Beyonce. I want to hop to the next boy, but I can't. But with all that said, I mean, where do we draw the line with that? Like, she's considered a catch, such as Kim Kardashian was a catch, but for what?
I think that, I mean, so on the outside looking in, we really don't know what's going on in this lady's life. She might have a great personality for all I know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like people in general are demonizing her. She's a young woman who is, you know what I'm saying? Like, men are often encouraged to sow their royal oats, and they don't get the same backlash as this woman is, this young, vibrant, beautiful woman. Like, let's not pull our own skeletons out of our 20s just because it wasn't on Facebook or TMZ or YouTube. You know what I'm saying? The numbers still ring the same.
And also, one thing I just feel like we should at least take a look at this being an option. She just might be out here letting them use her for clout. I'll be your girlfriend for 3 months. Yeah, I'll be your girlfriend for 3 months. Cut the check. Yeah, he had me too. He had me too. Because
it might be a business.
Like, yeah, you might just be doing boss bitch business, and who cares what anybody think, because you know the truth and you and your God know the truth. So if you can look at yourself every day in the motherfucking mirror, I shouldn't be looking at you crazy. If you can sleep good at night, then
it was some little rapper that spoke out the other day, which is why it made me even bring it. Boosie, yeah.
And I was always talking out the side of his
right. So it made me say, okay, that's actually a good question. I mean, because I think she's with Michael B. Jordan now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little Boosie got a prostitute to rape his son.
Exactly. So
like,
he is not
on a moral standard to be talking about anybody.
Right.
My 2 cents is I really hate when any type of societal pressure on what a woman is doing with her vagina is going to equate to your value. Mm-hmm. I can't stand it. So I neither think she's a hoe nor a housewife. What I do see, because I'm sporting my Lori Harvey edges right now. You know how she
yes, come through, baby hair.
Y'all see that? I am Lori Harvey from right here on back. Right here.
I ain't fooling with you.
So the point I'm trying to make is when we say stuff like that and we look at women's sexual history or their dating history and we're looking to sum up or equate some type of value, to me, that's devaluing, because a man is just a human being with a penis. And you're deciding to be in a relationship with him has nothing to do with your value. You get to determine your value. So what I hope is that Lori goes through the entire roster of this.
Here's the other piece of it.
I hope she runs it like she wants to run it, because you don't get to decide the value of who I am based on who I get to date.
Because but how about this? We can't question whether or not she's a prize if people keep trying to win her. They done seen her with X, Y, and Z, and back to A, B, C, and D.
Clearly, she's a prize.
So I guess
step right up, get your Lori Harvey right here. Step right up, keep her right here.
And my thing is, right. And my thing is, and just like that whole Kevin Samuels dude trying to tell these women, you not worth this, you not worth that, because you got kids and you aiming too high or whatever. Listen, the moment that you sit down and start seeking advice on your value, you've already lost. It doesn't matter what they say, because you should not need to ask someone else to validate you and your worth.
Right. But my problem is Future then been with everybody and they mama and their mama and they mama, but nobody said nothing about him. It's okay that he's hopping. He done been with Sierra and this person and that person and this person and that person, but they haven't been questioned. Nobody has said, is he a hoe or a husband?
Honey, the game made a list.
He ain't no
Did you see his list? The game made a list of celebrities he had sex with.
No, who?
Drop the T, girl. Drop the T.
Honey, let me find, because now y'all done turned me into a the pop culture person.
I was about to say, give us the hot. What was it?
No, I didn't know, but I know it's a long list.
I'll bring back Thursday night tea just for that tea, honey. You ain't even gotta wait for Thursday.
Okay, so
somebody said Kevin is crazy.
I mean, it's always gonna be a double standard, and that's fine. You know what I mean? We can't necessarily change the rules. You could just not care as to how it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like after a certain tax bracket, after a certain amount of money, I don't even hear what you're saying down there. What are you saying down there?
Hello.
Picture a Blue Ivy looking down at the people like,
very Blue Ivy about the situation, and you're not gonna play with me on Beyonce's interweb.
You know what? Kim and Chloe.
My name better not be on that list with the game.
Hold on, I'm about to get it.
Dion, talk about Kim and Chloe. You know how I feel about them, so I ain't even gonna open that door. I don't like them.
Kim and Chloe. Oh,
I don't like the Kardashians.
Both of them, the Kim and Chloe.
I don't like none of the Kardashians, Jenners, or none of the above. That's a whole different show.
Really?
Whole nother show.
Chris is false. I'm sorry. Her move.
I don't like her. She a pimp.
I ain't seen Levels of Pimpin' since I Chris Jenner.
She's
a pimp.
I hadn't seen in a while.
Okay,
it's good to see a woman pimp. Like
the game
got the list.
Here we go. The game name drop every famous girl he had sex with on Clubhouse.
Tacky.
Of course. And you can find this on it says the game said Kim K, Khloe Kardashian, Lisa Ray, Keisha Cole, Stacey Dash, Black China, Drea, Erica Mena, Malia, Sin Santana, India Love. He says it's way more. Shaking my head. He said India Love and Kim K has the best box. The game.
All right.
Such a lame. Ever since he went on, I knew he was lame. Ever since he went on Change of Heart, you can't tell me you a whole real dude. You so real, and you went on Change of Heart. Y'all remember that show? Do y'all remember Change of Heart?
But my question is here we go. Is the game a hoe or a house husband?
A hoe.
You see what I'm saying?
He's a hoe for running his mouth. He's a hoe for running his mouth.
Those are whole tendencies.
Yeah, like, he got whole tendencies for running his mouth. Actually, he is a biatch for running his mouth like that. That's what I
have
say.
to agree.
Yeah.
And this is why a lot of you guys don't deserve nice things. This is why you don't deserve nice things. You don't deserve nice things like Yoni. You don't.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, y'all quit having people summate your value and add up, the mileage on your body. You choose. This is your life. You get to do it wherever you want, however you want to do it. And every time, it's so funny, every time we look at other women, we call them that, none of us have half the success
of what they got. Well, I'm just glad I'm a virgin. I'm just glad I'm pure.
What kind of virgin is that?
Where?
What virgin is that, Holly?
Where?
Oh,
I was gonna say Holly, where? In your
Virgin
ear?
Vogue. You're a Virgin Voguer.
She's virtual.
Jay popped it up. I got one for you, Jay. I got one for you. Okay, so while we talking about that, then this is something else that came up in the news: Maxine Waters and Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Maxine Waters. Okay.
Talking about WAP. Maxine Waters gave her props for WAP. How do we feel about that?
Wait,
reclaiming my WAP. Like that is what I'm reclaiming my WAP.
Wait, so you saying Maxine praised her for WAP?
Yeah, she did a Zoom or whatever with Megan, and she said that was, what was the word? That was
empowering for women.
Empowering, yeah. So what do we think about that?
I totally agree.
Mixing people up. Is Maxine Waters, was she at one time like trying to get hip hop banned, or like did she go up against like NWA? It was somebody, a black woman in Congress who was trying, when the parental advisory, all that stuff was happening during that time.
Okay, but even if that was her, shooting a cop and having wet cootie is two different things.
I don't know. Jade, look that up for us to see if Maxine Waters was against rap ever in the past. Against
I think
was Maxine Waters against rap?
Ultimately, I feel like we are every woman. I feel like it's kind of like Shaka Khan and Whitney Houston said, I'm every woman. So yes, I might be, a freak in the sheets, and I can still be a judge when I need to be, or, I can still be a neurosurgeon. I just feel like women and their sexuality should not continue to be tethered to, well, if you're this type of way, like you can't be ratchet and important, or you can't be ratchet and intelligent, because Megan Thee Stallion is ratchet. And she's extremely intelligent. She's graduated from college in May, and she's always put her studying and stuff like that first. So I just feel like, we are just not a monolith, and I'm not going to be a monolith for anybody. So I feel like it's great that she was giving her a praise. My only thing is I just want people to continue to speak more towards, practicing safe liberation, safe sex. If you're going to be out here, doing whatever, however, just, you know what I'm saying? Wrap it up.
COVID done beat all STDs. I'd rather get any of the STDs now.
On your own with that one, sis.
Sis, you ain't even got, you just got to breathe in the same room as a man now. I ain't, COVID done, give me something any day with some penicillin shots.
But they've always had safe stuff for WAP. They've got Dental Dam.
The
water.
My thing is, I'm glad Maxine did that, because generationally that speaks volumes to let women know, because of course women of today are way more liberated than the women of Maxine Waters' days. So it's like understanding that you own your body, you get to celebrate it however you choose. And again, that's taking ownership. And yes, I'm a feminist. Like, I am all for women doing what they want on their terms.
But hoes ain't nothing new. I mean, not even saying hoes, but I'm just saying even the flappers. It seems radical for our time, but in reality, it's really not that nothing new under the sun. It has always been courtesians. It's always been harlots. It's always been,
but the difference is
have always been around and always been celebrated, even as much as they have changed.
But the difference is they all had pimps. See, it becomes a problem. Listen, it becomes a problem when a woman profits off her own box. They have no problem celebrating. What's the little pimp name that Snoop loved? Don Juan. See, when Don Juan show up with these women and these women do whatever for their money, it's not a problem. Mm-hmm. It's not a problem to these women say, we'll do it for ourselves. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And that's when it's a problem.
I ain't never really been in the whole game like that, and that's just something that has always gone over my head.
The whole game.
When I say the whole game, I'm just saying like it's never dawned on me like, yeah, I'm gonna sell this punani and I'm gonna give somebody else the money. Like,
okay, but that's literal.
Never crossed my damn mind. Like I'm not.
But that's literal, right? That's literal. But the whole game is also the entertainment industry.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, where they sell sex, but most of the time when they push it, the person who's reaping the revenue are men.
Thank you, Andrea Bonds. C. Dolores Tucker, that's who it was. Thank you.
Yes, Dolores Tucker was the person who. Okay, I mean, listen, like y'all said, it's because we taking our own control, and like my thing is, yes, protect yourself, but also I do want to make sure that we don't value ourselves by having WAP, and those who don't have WAP and maybe have DOP or DAP, then feel some kind of way. Now I'm making light of it, but at the same time I'm being real. Like I don't want any young girl on the flip side to feel ostracized because she's not using her WAP or talking about her WAP or whatever.
Listen, so I'm like TikTok, how will they know?
Yeah.
And I don't want y'all to feel like gay men aren't celebrating WAP too, because I came out of a WAP, so you know I'm happy.
It was all
WAP makes the world go around.
I was breech. I was born breech, so
ooh, ow.
Okay.
So you came foot first. You just can't walk.
It had to be a WAP. Yeah, it had to be a WAP for me to slide out with my feet.
You were like,
you know what? I'm not fooling with you. So y'all, you know what? This is what I'm talking about right here. So Anthony, Patrice, y'all touched on this last night on your show, and I had it as one of my topics. And when y'all talked on, I was like, yeah, I know it's a good topic. The NYPD officer who had the deathbed confession of playing a part in Malcolm X murder. Do we accept that, or do we think too late?
Sure, if you don't go,
I'll see you in hell, sir.
Gasoline draws
on.
on.
I feel about it. I'm sorry. I'll see you in hell. I don't. It's no way in the world.
That's such a cop out. A deathbed confession. I'm about to leave, so I'm gonna spill this tea.
How convenient!
I did it.
You was able to live with it that long. You know what I'm saying? You was able to listen. Dying is easy. Living with that kind of. Like, if you felt guilty all this time, you would have been said something like, miss me with all of that. I
get back then him being scared back in the 60s around the time. But all these years later, I'm sure the people who put you up to it that you said in the police department are gone. So why saying make sure that after I'm gone, the letter will be given to his family? So I just had I don't.
May he rest in shit. May he rest in shit. That's how I feel about it. I don't know if there was a question there, but that's how I feel about it.
I just want to know how y'all feel about it, because I just didn't think that he should get kudos for that.
No,
because I think it was too late. I mean, I'm glad that we know now, but I just think it's a little bit.
But we knew, girl. We knew. If you knew, we knew.
Well, all I want to say is whoever got the letter about
confirmation, but no, it's a day late and $1 short.
Well, whoever's got the letter about Tupac and Biggie, don't wait till you gone to give it to us. Here, go ahead and publish it in Essence, Dive, and all of the other magazines.
Tupac is alive and well in Malaysia.
You got to remember the time and space that we're in. We're going to get a lot of the confessions and the unsolved mysteries because there's been about 50, 60 years in between this stuff. So there's a lot of people in their deathbeds and a lot of people going through the house and going through letters and information and finding stuff. So just like the lady with Emmett Till, like you're going to always find out, you know, what you've already known. So it's just a matter of just stamping history as like, okay, this is complete. Like some stuff just need to be completed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just complete it, but just don't make him seem like he's a hero for telling it. That's
who's gonna make him a hero? I mean, it's not like he's gonna speak at the next NAACP meeting. I mean, where he gonna get
well, you know, they're always doing something posthumously or however you say it. So I just don't want him to.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to romanticize his deathbed confession. Like, it's not cute.
But I mean, people who do it, you know, they'll romanticize anything. There's some pets that have better funerals than some humans. I mean,
it is.
Never see no posh poodle die. Like he get a whole quiet. You know what I mean?
What was that one lady who left all her money to her dog? The lady who died in New York.
I just let it go as like, yeah, this is something where it's gonna circle back, and we got a lot of stuff that's gonna circle back.
Yeah. Well, speaking of circling back, cancel culture.
Okay.
Meek Mill had his little lyrics this week. Now, I'm gonna say my opinion to the end. But what do we feel like the cancel culture is going too far? Do we feel like he was being disrespectful? What do we think about his comment in his song about Kobe?
About Kobe.
Who's going first?
I will. Go ahead.
Ladies first.
Okay, thank you. I think the cancel culture, in my opinion, has always been around. It has always been around. It's just a matter of seeing how many people are a part of that group that wants to do the cancellation. That's the part that it's growing, because all before you didn't have social media as we do now, where you can get information and learn that you don't like somebody faster than it was before, right? Mm-hmm. So if you are a Kobe fan and you're a diehard and the man just died last year, it still stings, right? And so it's like anybody saying something derogatory about their hero, they're not gonna mess with you no more. That's just what it is. And so he took a risk. He was like, this is gonna be a hotline, or it's either gonna be the doomsday of my album. And he took a risk, and it seems like it's not working out for him. But then you're gonna have, you still got your minority group of people and DJs that's still jamming R. Kelly and Michael Jackson. So it just depends on how big are the group, and like when it came to Me Too, they didn't realize that it was so many Me Too's, right? That's what made it so effective, is because like, dang, it's all y'all, huh? Yeah, right? But if it's like a few Kobe fans who got Vanessa's back and dealt with her, pain, then it won't last long, in my opinion.
All right. Anthony?
I feel like he is a rapper, and that's what rappers do all the time. Like, it's not the past 50 years of hip hop. Like, rappers have said things that, have been obnoxious. I mean, even, I can't judge anyone else's pain. If my dad died or somebody close to me last year, and then somebody made a rap about my dad, I'm not going to be happy about it. Do I think that he should be canceled for it? Like, I feel like it's a little extreme. It's not like he made fun of the death. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was like a rap lyric, and it was cerebral. So yeah, I don't really, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It's her pain to bear. So it's up, she has the right to say, hey, I felt like that was offensive. Just like he has the right to say it anyway.
Yeah.
I definitely, just to piggyback off Anthony, I kind of feel the same way. I feel like the whole cancel culture in itself is like the epitome of hypocrisy to me in so many different ways. Just like from the people who want to do the canceling to how canceling is supposed to be, because we cancel everything that a human being did. If we cancel, let's go into medicine, technology. If we canceled everything that a ain't shit person ever created or contributed to society as a whole, not saying Meek Mill has contributed to society as a whole, but I'm just looking at it in the macro. You can't cancel. You know what I'm saying? You want to cancel Margaret Sanger, but not Planned Parenthood. You still want birth control, but her whole purpose of it was for something really, you know what I'm saying, evil. So it's just one of those things. I don't believe in cancel culture. Anybody that knows me knows that I just feel like you shouldn't put people up on a pedestal anyway. You shouldn't have a certain amount of standard for people that is above reproach or them being a human, because we all are fallible. We are all messed up out here. So I mean, it just wasn't a hot bar. How about that? Can we just
it was trash.
It was just a trash bar.
Somebody just said, Dion just said, I thought he learned his lesson with back-to-back when Drake dropped back to back. Here's my philosophy on it. Vanessa Bryant absolutely had every right to speak out and be mad. Absolutely. Do I think he meant disrespect? No, I think he thought he was paying homage in some way. I really do. I just think that he's in my opinion, I don't think he's the best rapper. But I don't think that all the other people coming at him have a right to. Vanessa, yes, but all of this, let's cancel this, ban him. This, I don't think it deserves it.
Outrage.
I mean, I feel like
outrage.
it's the impact that it has. Like for me, just for me personally, I've never been like, oh, cancel. I mean, I did kind of feel like cancel R. Kelly, but even I tried to go back and listen to R. Kelly music, and the whole time I was like, who is he singing to?
A 13-year-old.
I couldn't do it. I just couldn't.
Like the catalog.
I couldn't do it.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. At the same time that y'all are saying that a person has free speech and free expression, I feel like people have free boycott and cancellation.
Oh, absolutely. You can say whatever you want, just be ready for the consequences of what
I think that you have, as an artist, as I am, there are consequences to what I say and how I behave. And I can't be mad because a whole group of people saying, don't ever go to her shows again.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I just look at, I guess it takes me back, since all of us are in comedy, to think about Kevin Hart having to give up the whole Oscar thing because something he said years and years and years ago that wasn't even meant the way that they tried to make it come out to sound. And so that's where I wonder,
what didn't he mean?
Well, no, I think that.
But he said it in jest. The point is, I think it was more so in jest than it was being malicious, being,
I don't think he had the malicious.
Also in jest.
Yeah, well, see, I just don't think I'm trying not to sound insensitive because everybody who knows me knows where I stand on that topic. But I just think I feel like we've all done things 10, 12 years ago. You know what I mean? Or something. And I think to bring that back and then cancel him out from an Oscar, I just don't know. I think the cancel culture can be dangerous. I think you said it best as to who jumps in on the cancel party becomes the problem.
Okay, but listen, he chose not to do the Oscars after that. It wasn't it was taken away from him. So he still was very much in power because he felt like he wanted to back himself of saying, hey, I said it and it was enough. And he didn't want to do the other stuff that was required to make the person who's
and he did apologize.
Time out though. The Oscars is not something that's owed to you. That's a job that somebody is hiring you to do, and it's important for them to make sure they protect their brand as well. So this is not some award that he got, like a kid didn't get his award. These are jobs.
No, I get that, but I'm saying if every one of my employers dug back into, okay, for instance, I was an HR manager for a drug treatment center.
Mm-hmm.
I like to smoke weed. Hey, so if they would dig back into that, then they could bring that in. But that never had the impact on my impact on my job. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know. I just think that the cancel culture sometimes gets a little bit extra. It's a little bit extra. And
it's too picky and choosy.
We're picky and choosy. So then a whole lot of people need to be canceled, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
And yes.
So yeah,
cancel everybody or don't cancel nobody. You can cancel them individually. I mean, again, if you're someone who's the employer, you can say, you know what, I don't want you for this job anymore. That's perfectly fine. That is well within your right. But I feel like it's wild to, number one, try to snatch everything that someone has done good for the world or humanity or whatever they have contributed, to remove and erase all of that because of something that they may have said or done a decade ago or more. Like, you're not the same person today that you were 20 years ago. Neither am I. Neither is, like, I just feel like, where is the grace? If you're a godly person, where is the grace? Where's the grace and mercy sometimes?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with timing. Because we're talking about, various time periods that are elapsing. And then during this time, for example, it was Kevin Hart's tweets came up during a really heavy, LGBTQ, revolution. So now that those things are sensitive now, then yes, there are some artists who in the back, in their old comedy albums or old songs or old videos were misogynist or whatever. And they've come back and said, now that I know better, I do better. But
Buju Banton.
Huh?
Buju Banton came out and said that for his song Sis Boom Bye Bocce Boy.
Mm-hmm.
He came out and said, hey, I'm older now. I have family members that are gay. A lot of my fans are gay.
Right.
I didn't know better at the time, you know what I'm saying? But I
think
now.
what's happened now is that we have progressed in our business savvy and we have branded everything. And now everything that's branded has a certain alliance and responsibility to what it associates with. And I think it's less about, I don't like this individual, so I'm going to do everything I can do to eat them away. It's more so I can't afford to lose money because my brand will suffer with being associated with this individual. Like there's never going to be a day that R. Kelly and Hanes underwear can do a commercial. It just ain't going to happen.
Never a day. No, and listen, again, not to be insensitive, but I think that somebody just said it, and I can't remember which one of you said it, but that's the point. I think the thing was how educated was Kevin when the statement was made.
Right.
I think now me trying to get my words together, that's what I'm trying to say. Why?
Right.
Like he wasn't educated then. Back then, a lot of people used that word in jest and didn't know better. So now, and even though they didn't counsel him, the pressure he got, even Ellen spoke up in his defense, just because it was like, okay, then let's take this time instead of canceling him, let's educate him, let him know why everybody's upset, what you said wrong, never say it again, and then use your platform to help educate. That's I think more than cancel, we need to like everybody wants to do with this little wailing guy that said the N-word on the video. The NAACP said don't cancel him, let's educate him.
Right, but see, that's the difference is you're talking about individuals versus corporations.
Yeah.
And corporations can't do the association at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
But I want that same association, that Oscar Association, I want them to vet every one of those people to work for them.
I can't wait.
I'm sorry, I was just gonna say because you'll cancel Kevin or hold him accountable for his tweets, but had Harvey not gotten caught up in his scandal, he would have been right there at the Oscars front row and center looking at all the people that he done violated, and nobody would have said anything because he
But if you don't have
in the hierarchy.
Right, but if you don't have any evidence, there's nothing you can say anyway. You have to wait the stuff come out.
Yeah. Let's just cancel a little bit of the council and educate a little bit. How about we cancel the council?
My thing is just disassociate with anything that's going to take your brand down because it ain't worth it.
I'm going to tell you now, I'm never going to host the Oscars. I'm never going to do a lot of things in my life. Just sorry.
Don't even subscribe to me if you think at some point you're gonna need to cancel me, because when you go get to digging, baby, you might find some things.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to being that type of successful where y'all got to go back and look at 1992 videos. Please, I'm gonna be very impressed. I said that. Oh wow. Listen, I would like to apologize.
Put that back in my bit. Yeah.
Look, I would like to apologize to all of the Chihuahuas that I had offended at that time. I did not know that all dogs' lives matter. And I would like to give everybody free tickets.
All dogs go to heaven.
Right, exactly. All right, so last thing I'm going to talk about real quick, Tiger Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tiger Woods, y'all.
Okay, so Tiger got in an accident, and I'm so sad whenever somebody gets in an accident.
Yeah.
Have we accepted him back yet?
When he left?
Oh, he left when he said he wasn't black.
He said he was Polynesian.
I don't think so, Holly. Tiger never got excommunicated.
I definitely think that he had been on the outs. I don't know if his black card was revoked, but I don't think he got the
It was suspended.
Yeah, I was gonna say he
Suspended.
didn't get the
He
same.
was suspended, and he's
Oh yeah, when he said that, they asked him, "Are you black?" He said, "No, I'm
Well, he
Caucasian."
wanted to incorporate his mother's side of the family. I get that.
okay.
And
Okay, but
they
you
weren't
black.
using that though. They weren't using black people weren't. They were like, no,
He made that up on the spot. At that point, combination was something we had
it
never
wasn't
heard
a thing.
before.
Okay,
It
so
wasn't
here's
a
my
thing.
question, though.
Breaking news to the black community. Title was
Caucasian.
combination.
Okay, come out. When did y'all expect any blackness? Like what did he not show up to?
But okay, this is my thing from the beginning. Now here's the other piece, and then he's
Okay.
up Trump's butt and all of that. So I just want to know. Hey, I just want to know for myself. Did y'all accept him back yet? Because I'm never going to. But did y'all accept him back yet?
Tiger was, as far as I'm concerned, was always a biracial man who went into golf and revolutionized the way it looked. And that's all I know about him.
But Obama didn't say that he was Hawaii black.
That Hawaiian is America.
He didn't say he was what?
Hawaii
He
black.
said he was biracial. He definitely
He's talking
identified
about
as a
Obama
black
didn't
man.
say he was a Hawaiian roll. He didn't tell us he was.
I know, but y'all know what I'm
I
trying to
love
say.
Hawaiian rolls.
Right.
He
He identified as a black man. He got up there
He
singing
identifies
out
as a black man. That's all I'm saying. And this country looks at you as a black man too. I just, yeah, okay. Hey, y'all got
Get
your
well soon, Tiger, whether you're Caucasian, black, or Malaysian. I don't care what you are. Get well soon. That's all I got.
No, get well soon. Get well
Yeah, I
soon.
get what you're saying. But see, Holly, I get what you're saying. The reason why I just don't have a direct rebuttal or opinion to what you're saying is because I never had any type of expectation from him that he failed. Like, to me, when I feel like someone gets their black card revoked, it's because they had done something to like demonize or make the race worse. But I just feel like the man just always been living his life. I feel like we came to him.
And I don't care how light skinned he is or how chinky his eyes are. When he walked on that green and beat all them white people, they didn't say that Caucasian beat me.
Well, here's the thing. Being a black man, I know, but
I think you might be canceled now, Anthony. You might have to stay canceled.
Now podcast is a wrap. You wait till this air.
What he say? I didn't hear what he say.
I'm not repeating it because I don't want. I would like to apologize.
You know what, Anthony? Angel and Patrice being messy, and I got your back because I didn't hear what you said anyway. And don't.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you, cousin.
It's tied into everything.
Y'all ain't like me and Patrice in the same room and we gave each other eye contact. Like,
I did. I don't care about y'all trying to throw us off with their little backgrounds. I know y'all in the same room.
Okay, we know y'all.
You already gonna be canceled because you questioning people's blackness. And Kevin Hart, wait till they hear about you talking about him. You gonna be.
I had Kevin's back. You better put me on Laugh Out Loud Radio.
I would like to apologize to Laugh Out Loud Network.
Clubhouse tonight.
Well,
I need you to work on your apology speeches because you're gonna be on tour.
Okay. Oh yes, I would like to apologize in advance for all the people that I offended. John Paul, if you're still watching the show, John Coleman, Lori Harvey back in the day. Lori Harvey, I didn't offend. I'm asking questions on the show, and inquiring minds want to know, Angel, and so therefore I'm just asking the questions that the people want to know. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring Jade in real quick. We got one more gem to drop from her, and then we'll get to another special. Hey, Jade. So you got something for us, right? Because this is the end of Black History Month. So
yes, end of Black History Month. So we have one more quote, one final quote that we're gonna do for Black History Month. We're gonna put it up for 10 seconds, and again, same rules. First person to comment will win a gift card.
Oh,
I might give y'all a minute on this one. This one might be,
yeah, a little bit more time.
no, y'all don't guess.
Okay.
Y'all don't guess. Y'all don't guess. Okay, the celebration of Black History Month began as Negro History Week, which was created in 1926 by this noted African-American historian, scholar, educator, and publisher. Who am I?
Beyonce.
You know what? See, you need to apologize, Angel. I'm gonna cancel you.
Oh,
All right. So y'all leave it in the comments. Whoever answers gets a gift card. Yay!
And it's funny
Yay.
because answer was on the Black Think Tank with Anthony and Patrice. We just talked about this not Tuesday, the previous Tuesday.
Oh, so you know who it is? Okay. Oh, somebody said Anthony is hilarious. I mean,
Oh,
why would he
thank you,
be? We
Dion.
have the same blood running through our veins.
Is that Dion Warwick? Thank you, Dion.
Oh.
That sound like I'm underwater.
Yeah. Back up a
Yeah,
little bit.
you are giving very mermaid tease. Like,
Yeah.
So y'all, what are
Okay.
y'all watching? Because I'm excited. When I get off of this, I'm going to watch Snowfall. So what are y'all watching? Because Snowfall came back tonight. What's everybody watching? Anthony, what you watching?
I am watching, of course, I love Lovecraft Country. I'm watching Discovery.
Lovecraft
Star Trek
Country?
Discovery. Huh?
You love craft crunchy or country?
It sounded like you said crunchy.
Oh, did I love Craft Crunchy? Lovecraft Country. And then I like Star Trek Discovery. I'm watching The Equalizer with Queen Latifah. I'm watching All Rise. I'm watching A Discovery of Witches and Charmed because I love sci-fi.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you don't watch Snowfall?
I mean, not the new season, but yeah.
It just started tonight, so you have a chance to make it because otherwise you
I
get
really
pimped.
didn't finish the last season. It just kind of it wasn't doing it for me.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to do a blood test because I'm not.
Okay. Do an ancestry, a 23andMe.
Angel, what are you watching now?
Well, you know, I'm a reality buff, so I love 90 Day Fiance. And I'm watching, of course, Basketball Wives just started. So I got to see the mess and shenanigans they're doing. Of course, Atlanta Housewives.
Ugh.
And what else am I doing as far as reality? You know, Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Mm.
So yeah, I like reality shows. I think I really like them because I think they have the best hair and makeup.
I like them because they make me feel better about my life. They make me feel much better about my
So
life.
you like watching my 600-pound life and that kind
I
of
do.
stuff.
I do. Yes, that's 1,000-Pound Sisters. That's my show. But 90 Day Fiance, Angel, we're gonna have to talk after the show. 90 Day Fiance, we're gonna have to talk about that one.
That show is hysterical. But
It
wait,
is.
600-pound life, you know, that shouldn't make you feel good, Holly. You should be feeling bad. But I like
It makes me
to
mad.
but wait, I like to watch like the first 5 minutes when they shower and stuff, and then I guess if they're gonna make it. I'd be like, they ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna get the weight loss.
Well, if you like reality, you should watch Buried by the Bernards.
I heard about that on
It
Netflix.
is hilarious.
Okay.
I watched that
Okay.
whole season in one day. It's only like 8 episodes. I can't wait for them to come back.
What is
Buried
that
by
on?
the Bernards.
Yeah,
Netflix.
it's on Netflix.
It's about a Black-owned funeral home in Memphis, and I'm telling you, it is.
Yeah.
I never heard of it, so I'm gonna have to watch that. I never heard of it. Okay, so what are you watching, Patrice? Besides Buried by the Bernards?
I'm definitely a big Snowfall girl. I love. I did Bridgerton. I did watch that.
Oh yeah, I love Bridget.
Westworld.
Okay.
Westworld was really good. That's heavy if you into
like
sci-fi
Westworld.
and that kind of stuff. Westworld was really good. I feel like it's something that I had to go back and rewatch P Valley down in the where the girl.
Shake.
I'm over y'all right now.
I love P Valley. I can't get enough off the cliff.
So I gotta
One,
watch
two,
P Valley. I know that for sure. Bridgerton, honey. Every time somebody mentions it, honey, my down neither regions, honey, quivers. When that man says,
bottom.
right, when he says, I burn for you, honey, baby.
Jay, me and you in the same box. I couldn't do it.
I just can't. Yeah.
I tried it, Holly. I did, but when they started playing rap music with the classical,
Yes, I love those one of my favorite parts.
That was so dope. Oh my God, I love it.
In the background, lady whistle down. Look at her shady ass. Yeah, I'm here for
Lady whistle down.
I
and
loved
Snowfall,
it.
Holly, Snowfall is good, but I couldn't keep up with it because I don't know all of the the lingo and stuff in the drug game, so I got lost.
No, you watch it again. Just watch it slow.
Okay.
Yes, Dion.
yeah.
Uncle Kevin is the best. Sorry, I see somebody else who likes.
Oh yes,
Barry
Somebody said, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor is amazing.
I'm binging Breaking Bad now so that I can watch Your Honor because I want to watch
we gotta talk, bro. That's my joint. I watch that like all the time, like over and over again.
Well, I'm watching it now because somebody said watch that first because I would appreciate Your Honor.
That's true.
So that's what I'm doing. Jay, what are you watching? You're not watching what I told you to watch, which is
I tried, but someone did mention Behind Her Eyes. I'm like halfway through that, and that's pretty good. That's on Netflix, which I feel like is more of an HBO Max kind of show, but I'm into cartoons, so I've been watching a lot of cartoons lately. I like Infinity Train, that's on HBO Max. OKKL, I mentioned that last week, that's on HBO Max. Yeah, I'm a cartoon kind of girl, so.
Have you watched Messiah yet? Judas and the Black Messiah?
No, that's this weekend. I heard that was so good, and I'm so behind on that. I need to watch that. I'm gonna watch that.
You know what was pretty good? I Care a Lot.
Oh yes.
On Netflix. God. I Care a Lot.
So good.
Okay, I care a lot.
I loved it right up until the end. Like, I mean, it was really. I love the way they held out. I loved it. I loved it. I love the way
you need to binge watch Snowfall again, Angel. Right.
I watched The Stand, Jen Bird. I watched The Stand, and it was great right up until the end. Though I wasn't really keen on that whole Adam and Eve thing at the end. I feel like it was very thrown together at the end.
Okay.
But it was a good show though, up until that.
Well, I'm with Angel. I'm a reality show, 90 Day Fiance. I even got the Investigation Discovery little extra channel so I can watch the 90 Day Bears all because it's unedited.
Yeah.
So, I'm into 1,000-Pound Sister, 600-Pound Life, but my favorite, Married at First Sight.
I haven't done that one.
Oh my God, you gotta watch. Oh my God, there's season 12 now. You gotta watch that. Start with season 11. Bridgerton for sure. Like I said, I'm binging Breaking Bad now, so I can catch up. So I'm just trying to catch up on a lot of things. So that's where I am. But here's my favorite segment of the show. I need answers.
I should be prepared.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever put the Black History answer in there?
Oh, we give them at the end of the show. That's my way to keep them on. The first thing we're gonna talk about: Customs inspector finds cocaine-coated cornflakes in Ohio.
Stupid! You should have hit them in the frosted flakes, dummy. You should have hit it in the frosted flakes.
Exactly. First of all, Ohio. I wasn't like okay, but cocaine. You said it right. Frosted flakes. They weren't that smart.
I got 5 years clean. I wish I would have found those 5 years ago.
You know what? I knew when I posted this, I said this is either gonna trigger him or he gonna
cocaine cornflakes. Anybody want breakfast?
Cocaine coated cornflakes.
Live doing breakfast.
Why didn't they do frosted flakes? They would have got away with it. Yo. Oh, dummies. This one should be no surprise. Justice Clarence Thomas reveals some sympathy for Trump's baseless fraud claims. Now, is it safe to say we have counseled him as a black people?
Listen, he ain't belong. Uncle Ruckus ain't belonged to us in a long, long time.
He looked just like Samuel Jackson in Django.
I mean,
just really? Like him.
Oh my God.
I don't expect nothing more nor less from Judge Trump. I just don't.
If he was to stand beside Leonardo DiCaprio, let me tell you, it would just be one clip out of the movie.
I applaud him for living in integrity.
You applaud him for what?
I applaud him for living in integrity.
Whose integrity?
His own.
I was gonna say he consistent. If nothing,
that man is true to himself.
He is. Yeah, he's
he
true.
Never wavered. He has never wavered.
And he is. Yeah, we don't want you, Clarence, and I'm not apologizing for that.
Lifetime position, but that's a different story.
Disney Plus warns viewers that Muppet Show includes offensive content.
I mean, it's been.
It was when it wasn't It
It was a little tongue in cheek all the time. Yeah,
It was in the 70s. Hello.
Yeah.
All those people were on drugs. The Snuffleupagus was on heroin. Because the Cookie Monster was on crack. Oscar the Grouch, I don't know what drug he was on, but everybody was,
He was in withdrawal.
Speed. Yeah, Bert and Ernie were gay the whole time. You know, the two little old men, my favorites in the the little
Yes.
theater. I love the two old men.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Mystique was
That's when they
abusive.
smoked cigarettes too, like with cartoons would smoke cigarettes back then and everything.
I mean, think about Bugs Bunny. They kill somebody every week. The thing fell on the coyote's head all the time. I mean, cartoons have always
A
been
shotgun to the face. I mean,
Exactly.
Daffy Duck, he couldn't live. They just let him live. They always blew his beak to the back of his head just because he was black.
exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So that was my I need answer segments this week, especially the cornflakes. I was like, whoa. But now this is
Bring it back up too, girl. I forgot all about it.
I'm just testing to see. I'm just testing to see if you really in recovery.
Don't test me, honey.
So now is my part of the show where I spotlight my guest. This is a segment called Drop Some Gems. So each one of you gets 3 minutes to drop some gems. Whatever you want us to know or say in 3 minutes, you got it. First up, we will have Angel.
Woo! So let me drop some gems. One thing that I'm working on is organizing my home and my living space. And I'm telling you guys, it makes a huge difference when you can look around your apartment and it's decluttered and it looks good, it smells good, and you're getting all the things that you like. So I want to just say, as we were talking about shows, to look at one of my favorite shows on Netflix, The Home Edit. I've watched it like a zillion times, so please watch it. They're showing you how to decorate and reorganize your place, and I love it. And the greatest part is they have actually containers and things for you to buy at the Container Store. And this is how I know I am upping my level of self-care, is I actually went to the Container Store and paid $30 for one container. Exactly. Like, thank you, God, for the blessings, right? Because these are the containers I like. They look beautiful. They're exactly what I need to go with the aesthetic that they were teaching. Here's the problem, okay? This is what you're going to encounter when you get home, is that you don't have any products that you're putting in this container worth the value of the container. Like, I was like, I need to get better makeup or something, because I don't have $30 lipstick. You know, I'm putting in this container the 99-cent Wet n Wild, you know, Walgreens special makeup. So once you start reorganizing and leveling up, you're going to realize how many other levels in your life that you need to level up in, right? I also painted. It started off by just painting one wall, like an accent wall. Let me tell you something. You can't just paint one wall, because that wall makes all the other walls look like trash. Then you're going to paint all the other walls. And then that room going to make all the other rooms look like trash. Needless to say, I have painted my entire apartment and it looks amazing, but it's like you can't just half do it. Lastly, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on organization, and that's been great too. And I fell in love with how they organize pantries, and they put them in different containers and label them and all that good stuff. I highly recommend that if you have a pantry, because guess what? I don't have a pantry. And right now, because of these labels and things in my small kitchen, it literally looks like an ESL classroom for some people about to learn how to speak English, because I don't have a pantry, but the rice and the canned goods are labeled. So I'm just telling you, you know, it's a journey when you're doing this, you know, reorganization, self-development, self-discovery in your own house. And it's a process. So definitely start buying things at a regular price. You deserve it, honey. You don't have to wait and take a gamble and see if Target is going to have it on that back aisle marked down saying was $16, now $5. You deserve it when it's $16. And that, my friend, are my gems.
Yay. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. We'll see you in a little bit. All right. So next up, we will have Patrice drop some gems.
All right, well, I guess since I'm gonna drop some gems, this is gonna be the first one. We've gotten through 2020. I've gotten through 2020 by the grace, and it's just a lot of things that I'm not accepting in 2021. You can call me hood bougie, you call me whatever you want. It's just some things that I'm not gonna take in 2021 that I, deem as disrespect at this point. So one of the things that's gonna change in 2021 for me, if you invite me to your crib, to your establishment, clean the fuck up before I get there. You invited me here. You knew I was coming. It's not like I just showed up unannounced. It's not like I invited myself in like, oh girl, can I use your bathroom real quick? Nothing like that. No, you invited me here. You knew that I was coming. I RSVP'd. You ever come to somebody's house and they invited you and you like, did I catch you at a bad time? I know I didn't catch you at a bad time because this is the time you told me to be here. If you invite me somewhere, clean up before I get there. Throw a damn Roomba on the carpet, okay? Get a Dyson and roll that across the motherfucker for me. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be cussing, but I'm in a space right now. I'm feeling some type of way. That's one of my gems, is that I just need you to clean up if you're gonna invite me over. I can't judge your space if I came over unannounced, if I'm an uninvited guest, but you asked me to come here. You gave me the address, I put in the GPS coordinates, you invited me. Clean the fuck up before I get there. More importantly, family over everything. If nothing else, and I mean your soul family, your soul tribe. It doesn't just have to be blood, because blood makes you related, but love makes you a family. So no matter what's going on, remember to put those people first who really value you, who really love you, who put you first. And it's all going to work out. Aside from that, I feel like the only other thing that's a gem for me that I would just really like, because again, I'm not taking certain types of disrespect in 2021. If you're going to invite me to an orgy, just say that. Just say it's an orgy. Don't invite me to a fake ass Uno game. All right. Don't try to reverse and skip into the coochie. Just if it's an orgy, just say that. I might still come. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. I might still show up. You know what I'm saying? I might still show up. I'll bring Patron and prophylactics. You know what I'm saying? Just like, don't let me just walk into things not knowing exactly what a thing is. Let's just call a thing in 2021. And that's the gem that I'm going to drop.
Yes, thank you. I will make sure if I ever invite you to clean up before you come. I promise when y'all get here in March, it'll be clean. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, we're going to bring Anthony up to drop some gems. All right, boo, you got it.
What's up, good people? I just want everyone to walk in their truth. Be who you are, know who you are, always live in your truth, because the truth as you know it shall set you free. I am newly 45 years old. I don't feel as what the typical 45-year-old would feel like, but I do notice that I am doing 45-year-old things now. I recently went to the wrong funeral. Can I blame that on being 45? I don't know, but I still walked in my truth. I walked into the church. It was a Black church, so the obituaries were all gone. I'm sure they didn't have enough to pass out. And I walked on in. Everybody had masks. I hugged the family, hugged the mother, and told her that she had a wonderful son. He was a wonderful man, and I loved him dearly. And then I turned around, and there was a woman in the casket that I had no clue who it was at all. So I'm embracing my 45-year-old. I mean, things, happen. I love being 45, and I'm just walking in my 45-year-old truth. Just one more gem I want y'all to take away from this. Brush your tongue. There's this thing called a toothbrush. It was invented a really long time ago. And it's not just for, see, that's where the misconception comes. It's just not for teeth. So you can brush your tongue with it. Therefore, I won't smell your breath through your mask. It's a really, I don't know, something about the masked breath smell that just, it kind of intensifies the bad breath. So walk in your truth, embrace your age, and brush your tongue. And that's all that I have for you guys tonight for gems. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I know you have to run. The show went a little bit longer. You're hilarious, first of all. And I agree. Please brush your tongue because I do not want to the dragons. But I know I kept y'all longer than intended. So Anthony, I know you gotta go. Love you.
Yes.
Okay.
I was late, so I'm just happy that I was able to still, be on.
Yes. Oh, somebody said you look 25, Anthony.
I would have never guessed.
Oh, well, black don't crack unless
The
black
light
smoke
skin
crack.
creases. Light
And
skin
then you
creases.
age. Yeah, you age more rapidly.
Yeah, we age twins because I'm 45 as well.
Well, when's your birthday?
September 25th.
Oh, mine's December the 10th.
I'm older.
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you have it.
Right? I'm an elder.
Okay, yeah. We need
Crazy.
those. We need those. I love
So
you all.
I'm
This is an amazing show.
Thank you. And I'm gonna have you back. Of course, you know that. And I'll see you in a few weeks, I think, right?
Yes. You will see me in a few weeks. And Patrice, I love you. Bye.
I'll see you in a couple hours.
The show, Sunday the 28th at Arlington Draft House. Patrice, can you plug that for me?
Yes.
Okay, bye. I gotta go. Love you.
I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Patrice, I'll let you start first. What you got coming up? Tell the people where they can find you and what you got coming up.
I'm going to be in Atlanta at Osaka tomorrow. The hilarious Kelly Kells is the host. Then we are going to be back in the DMV. So that's the Arlington Draft House on February 28th. We're closing out Black History Month with a Blackity Black live Black think tank with Anthony and Patrice. It's going to be super fun. Algiers Diamond, Violet Gray are our special guests. So those tickets are available. The link is in my bio at But Is She Funny, at Anthony Oaks bio, Anthony Oaks comedian, and at the Arlington Draft House just on their website. And then back in Richmond, Virginia on the 4th of March is going to be myself and some hilariously funny women from Baltimore. She More Funny. It's a all women lineup. It's gonna be crazy. Those tickets are available right now on Eventbrite and all those same spaces except the Arlington Draft House that I just told you. So you can find those tickets. I'm around. But yeah, that's what we got coming up. And then in March, we're gonna be in Sin City for 3 days. We're doing Vegas. So it's crazy right now.
Then I'll be in LA after that.
Yes, and we will be in LA right after that. Listen, Holly, listen. Thank you so much for having me. Like I said, this was more fun than I knew. I knew it was gonna be fun because of your theme song. I said, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good song. This is gonna be a good time just because of this song alone." So, but thank you so much.
Yes, I'm Grammy nominated. But Patrice and Anthony have the Black Think Tank with Patrice and Anthony every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Facebook Live and YouTube. Check it out. It's an awesome show. I watch it. It's phenomenal. So thank you. Angel, what do you have coming up?
Well, tomorrow I'll be with Ebony on her show. So definitely check her out and get the information. I am so old. All I do is wake up and look at the calendar. I'm like, where do I need to be? So let me tell y'all something. I put all that stuff on the social media. I do not remember it because if I do, then I'm going to get stuff mixed up. I have shown up in different cities at the wrong time because I try to hold all that. So go to my website, angelgains.com. You can follow all the social media, all that's on there. But most importantly, if there's anybody out there interested in learning stand-up, I do teach level 2 stand-up comedy for Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank. So you can sign up. It is on Zoom, virtual class. You go to their website, flappers.com, and then you can look at the Flappers University classes, and I'm on their level 2 stand-up. So I'm inviting like a lot of comedians who, listen, you got to work on your craft. This is the days of COVID. We're not having open mic. And trust me, when you get back on stage, the rust that you will feel is going to be real. So get in class.
Yes, that's why I'm doing Zoom shows all the time.
Yeah,
They're
all the
to
time.
keep my chops up. What's up for me? I'm doing DMV Laugh House this Friday. Myself, Max Bird, Titus Ricard are doing that. This Saturday, I'll be posting the information on my page and the link so you can get on. Patrice and Anthony. Well, Patrice, you had an emergency, so you weren't able to come last week, but you all were on the show, the Black Think Tank crew. Hey,
Yeah.
everybody was on the show last week, so
That
I'm
was
doing that this
neat,
Friday. Of course, I'm here every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm like Angel. I just turned 46. I don't know what I have tomorrow besides a gynecologist appointment.
But I do want to say, Holly, that I am extremely proud of you and your production and the way you're doing your thing is super deluxe. No, listen, you're professional. When somebody send you some stuff to sign, they mean business.
I'm protecting myself. Look, I don't want nobody coming back years from now saying I didn't say you could post that. I'm protecting myself.
And what I really appreciate during Black History Month is that you are actually an example of Black excellence. This is what it looks like. Getting out there, stepping on faith, not waiting until you super deluxe famous and have a whole lot of money, but you are literally entertaining the world and living in your gift. And I really applaud you. So thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And I'm sorry for holding y'all so late, but Angel and Patrice, just stay backstage for just a moment. I'm gonna be there.
She act like we gonna leave here and go. Where we going? To the couch?
I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, Jay, we did it. We got another episode down. Episode 5. All right, so tell me, who got the first Black History quote?
So no one answered the first one, but we got a winner for the second one.
Okay, who was the winner for the second?
It was Dion Gibson.
Okay. All right, Dion. All right, so the celebration of Black History Month began as Negro History Week, which was created in 1926 by this noted African-American historian, scholar, educator, and publisher. And the answer is Carter Godwin Woodson. So congratulations, Dion. And so nobody gets this. If you're not ready to die for it, put the word freedom out of your vocabulary. That should have been a no-brainer. Malcolm X. Malcolm X. Wow. Okay, well, again, we thank everybody for tuning in this week to the show. We hope you'll be here next week with us. We'll be back for episode 6, same time, same place, slightly different face. We'll see you then. Thank you for checking out the show. She's on.